Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. Today is 14th of July, 7:10 a.m. Welcome to my YouTube channel. We're going to go through the pair, last day of the week. Let's see what we got. USD yesterday we entered on the assumption that it's going to break, and looks like it's just doing that. So we'll leave it be. USD CAD, we did not enter here. My reasoning for that was that yesterday's candle had quite a bit of a rejection, and we were running into resistance area. So we didn't enter there. Looks like it did move into the resistance area. And for today, I think we'll stay out of it. Can still bounce from here. Just safer not to enter. USD CHF, looks like we've got almost the winner. Or did we get actually? Yeah, it hasn't really hit TP. Looks like where we entered perfectly moved down. I'm gonna leave this be. Most likely gonna hit TP maybe a week or so today. So USD is a winner. 1R. AUD CHF. This one was entry teams method. Let's see what we did here. All right, yeah. So yeah, this gave us a winner. This was from yesterday, and it's ended here. I'm just gonna say nothing for today. So in terms of my strategy, basically strong bullish candle. There's a chance of a bounce up, but if I remove this big resistance area and we take a clean look, you can see that it's been bouncing. It's already bounced around this area, and above it you've got this resistance as well. So I'm not 100%, well, it's never 100%, but I'm less likely sure that it's gonna move up from there. Might just be a quick pullback before continuing down. So we stay away from AUD CHF. AUD New Zealand, nothing for us, still going sideways with the small candles. AUD CAD, looks like we have a winner. Great. AUD CAD, we have a winner, 1R, and we just continue with the same for today. So just stop loss, full candle, and this is a bit too high. Sometimes it doesn't reach completely the level. I would go a little bit lower around this area, which means our stop loss would be here halfway through the candle. Hopefully it doesn't come back with a wick before going up. We'll see what happens. This is actually a bit lower over there. Okay, so that's AUD CAD. Let's move on to AUD USD. Also winner on AUD USD. Now we're not gonna enter on this one for today, as you definitely have a clear resistance here, and we might get a reaction, and we don't want to get stopped out before it's moving up. So we leave this be. AUD JPY. This is interesting. I mean, you can consider this a level, but I don't think this will be strong level here. Really the question is whether we risk it or not. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a strong candle, and possible that we pull back to these highs, but it's also possible that it drops from here, similar to previous pairs. I think we'll stay away from this one for now, and there should be other opportunities of pairs. New Zealand CAD, another winner. New Zealand CAD, we have a 1R winning, and we continue with it because it's a strong candle. There's no traffic around it. The next potential area for a bounce would be up here, so we just follow along and put that stop loss here, take profit 1-to-1, and wait for an outcome. New Zealand CHF, is gonna drop down to 15 minutes. That looks like teams method. Yeah, it looks like break off is a structure. Yeah, so 1-to-2 hasn't really moved New Zealand CHF, we're in a position for Teams method. For us, though, it's also good location to enter. It's a strong candle. We're here, stop loss below. 1-to-1 would be right about here. So that's our entry from my strategy. All right, next, New Zealand USD. Another winner on New Zealand USD 1 hour win. It's close today. And let's see, entry for today. Yeah, I think it's broken above. We can enter here as well. Simply place stop loss down below. It's about halfway down. It's a fairly large candle. Don't need to go right behind it. A bit lower than half, just to make sure that we don't get wicked out. And 1-to-1. New Zealand JPY did not have an entry there, but it looks like it's gonna pull up and continue. We have an entry for today though. Stop loss behind the candle. 1-to-1, just make sure our 1-to-1 is before this level. So we do have a level here we need to look out for. That can be potentially a resistance zone. Euro GBP. All right, so what we have here, that's actually from yesterday. If I move this back, yeah. So this was yesterday's, and that was the day before yesterday. I haven't entered a new position on this pair, and as you can see, even though we moved back up very strongly, bullish candle, and then came back with a strong bearish candle. Euro pound is doing weird stuff, and it's not really moving. This is stuck within this zone until it moves out of it and shows some direction like this. I think we have to stay away from this one. I'm gonna mark it red. It's really not suitable for trading in its current condition. Euro CHF. Okay, looks like we have a winner here, just barely. Euro CHF winner 1R. Just barely hit TP with the wick. Let's go down to 1 hour. Let's see. Oh yeah, wow. Look at this, move right to the tip. But for today, we don't have entry. This candle's pretty weak. It's most likely gonna push back up for a retest and come down. If it push back up for a retest, I'm gonna close these two positions and continue with for the second strategy. I'm gonna close these two buy positions and continue with the sales hedge positions. And there's nothing for Teams strategy until it pulls to the level. Euro JPY. All right, this one's gone against me. Well, kind of almost, yeah. All right, we're here, yeah, against me. I'm gonna set alert here, and then when this alert goes up, if this candle comes back for a week before it goes up, I'll close this as a smaller loss. Today's entry, we're not buying this into this zone, even though this candle looks strong. There's a strong, potentially a strong resistance zone. So you're gonna have multiple bounces and multiple reactions off of it. Euro AUD. Now we have a winner for Euro AUD. This is actually my method. All right, we have a winner. So Euro AUD, we have a winner 1R, and for today we will not be entering because this is near this zone. It might bounce, so we leave this out. Euro USD, also a winner 1R, and it's clear traffic next to it, so there's no areas for it to potentially bounce. It doesn't mean it won't bounce, it just means it's less likely to bounce against the direction. It's gonna have exhaustion at some point, just like these moves. It will eventually have some exhaustion, but until it does, we continue buying at every new strong candle. All right, yeah, that's good entry for today. Euro New Zealand. Yeah, I was debating this one to sell or not because the wick is large, but the body is kind of a small. It does show rejection, a strong rejection by bears, but because the body was small, I wasn't sure of the follow through. And as you can see, there is follow through. And we're not trading this, we're not selling this here. It's right into the zone, might have a pullback. So leave your New Zealand alone. Euro CAD, we had a good move into our profit, but it hasn't reached TP, so we stay on this, see what happens. Pound GPY, okay, so this one is almost near, it's into the red. Obviously it's gone against us, and it's almost near our stop loss. So if I close it now, I'll be saving, let's say if the risk is $100, I'll be saving like around $20 or $10. So it doesn't really make that much difference in terms of lowering the risk and minimizing risk. I'm more interested in seeing this pushing a wick down because of this zone, maybe even a bit higher this zone. If it wicks down to these areas and I close it at a small loss, that's even better for me. So I'm gonna set an alert. Hopefully before it hits my stop loss, it'll give me a wick so I can enjoy a smaller loss. Alright, pound AUD, and we have a good bearish candle here, and it can move to the downside. We're talking about this level here down below. Let me just get rid of this. And there is potentially another level here. You can see at 1 and twice bounce. I think we're gonna sell this, even though there's a wick down here, but my strategy says we don't consider wicks because it can still have wicks and it can still move in that direction. As long as we get a 1-to-1 before hitting a resistance zone, as resistance zones are tricky. Sometimes it bounces, sometimes it breaks. It's better not to trade around them. Alright, our entry today for pound AUD, hopefully it just pushes to this zone before bouncing. Pound USD, we have a winner for pound USD, 1 hour win, a very quick winner. Yeah, that was from yesterday and the day before. This candle entry was the day before and closed seems like yesterday, so we can enter here as well. And yeah, pretty simple. Stop loss below the candle and waiting for a TP. Now if you look at these guys, they don't have that much movement in them. I'm gonna pull the stop loss a little bit higher because I'm not 100% sure that a big TP will be reached. And so generating a candle like this, like yesterday, is rare for this move. Right? Previous candles are much smaller. That means today's candle most likely gonna be one of the smaller kind, which means that it won't go up as much as yesterday's candle. And we want our TP to be hit, hopefully today. Yeah, so that's pound USD. Pound CAD. Yeah, we didn't enter yesterday. Reason being, it was showing rejection at this zone. Now it's broken it. Also hedged for the second strategy. For my strategy, we also enter here. Today, hopefully, it continues to push up. Pound CHF. Alright, it's gone against us. It's decided they don't want to move. Maybe it's reacting to this level. Maybe. I think I'm gonna close this. It's close enough to my stop loss. I'll be taking a little bit, maybe like a 10% loss, which is fine. I'll close this up at a small loss. Pound New Zealand, we hit TP yesterday. Pound New Zealand, we have a winner, 1 hour. Simple move, but I don't think I'll be selling this again. The reasons being, if you have a zone down here, you also can or may have a bounce area here. So it's getting very crowded in these areas. Hard to know if it's gonna continue down. Well, impossible to know, but it's less likely. And this candle is kind of relatively small compared to the previous candles. CAD CHF, it's going good. It's going in our direction. That's fine. Hasn't reached TP yet. We just have to wait longer. No new entries for today. This candle is not very big compared to previous candles. So I'll just leave that be. If it was a strong candle similar to that, or maybe that with a strong close, I would have entered a new position. but not so much, especially since we're getting close to this monthly level. CAD JPY, all right, looks like it's lost this momentum, and we also close this bit of a small loss. I can put a alert for it to come to exactly my entry, but there's really no reason to be greedy. I mean, it's close enough. We're only losing like 10% of our risk compared to all the other winners. We're still way up on the scale. CHF JPY, no entry. We haven't had an entry here. I don't think I'll be doing a buy. We also have an area up there. Had a very hard time breaking through that area, so we might see a bounce. So I'm not buying into that area. All right, last night also traded Nasdaq and US 30. Let's have a look on 15 minutes. Let's see how they turned out. Oh, great! Look at this. It's beautiful. I'm gonna go down 5 minutes to see better. Yeah. So basically, simply, it was in the box New York opens, and I put a alert up here, and once it hit the alert, I just entered. Very simple. Waited for a strong candle close. Like this was pretty small. That was a weak. Waited for a strong candle close, and I entered. And as you can see, it has taken profit beautifully. That's Nasdaq. I have a winner on Nasdaq as well. So US 30. Let's have a look. And US 30. All right. US 30, we have a loss. Seems like when Nasdaq goes up, US 30 goes down. So at least I'm thinking, or maybe they're not even correlated. I'm not sure. But we take a 1 hour loss here. So on these two indices, we have a 3-hour win on NAS, 1 hour loss in US. So we're up 2 hour, which is pretty good. All right, guys. Happy Friday. That's it for this week. If you're enjoying these videos, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Happy Friday. See you next week.